Hey guys, Czar here. Good morning to you. Hope all is well. Happy Tuesday. It's 9:28, Tuesday, September the 10th, and we are coming into a New York session, New York session in about, just under 2 minutes. And watching the two sisters here, NASDAQ and S&P. I no longer watch the Dow for these Razor's edge trades for a number of reasons I've explained in the last week or two, but we are now pulling back just a little bit here into the open. Another minute and a half or so to go. Let's take a look at the daily frame, shall we? Repeating the same thing every day. Master a single defined process, keeping it super bored and boring. If I don't bore the crap out of you in these videos, then I'm not doing my job, because there's not a whole lot of steak and sizzle in these things. It's about repeating the same thing, including the same mindset, same thought process, same words inside your head. And of course, if you're speaking into a microphone, those words are going to come out pretty much the same as well. What do we have here on the daily? Well, we've had this big pullback for the last 2 to 3 weeks almost here. This continuation of the original 17% drawdown or pullback in the NASDAQ. We had this partial rally, about 2/3, just over, about 3/4 of the way up of that, and then drop back down again here. This could be an impulse down. It could be a corrective wave to go higher. We don't know. Quite frankly, in this point, I don't care, because we're trading intraday here. The Razor's Edge NASDAQ Index trading model. We have an up day here on the NASDAQ, and we have an up day on the S&P, meaning that it's a cascading candle, right? It's a higher low than yesterday, and it's a higher high so far than yesterday. Well, it always will be. No matter what happens today, we still would have broken into a higher high than yesterday. So it's an up day. It could become a bearish engulfing if things dropped all the way down here. Not likely, but it could absolutely happen. I shouldn't say not likely. In this environment, anything can happen. But it's an up day and a bullish body for now coming into the open. And we are now open, by the way, guys. I've been jabbering away here, and here's the first candle, first 1 minute candle. Still not done yet, though. We got about 40 seconds left in this candle. I'm going to zoom in. You can see that we are at 2 standard deviations here on VWAP. By the way, I have always used, or last couple of years, 2.5 standard deviations. I've just tightened that a little bit to 2 standard deviations. No big deal. That's not going to make a huge amount of difference. Just really engaging extension from the volume weighted average price, and not all that meaningful in terms of the difference between those bands. We are extended up, though, as you can see. Big rally here into the New York Open through the UK session here this morning, as you can see. And now we are in and driving up in a clean traffic range here, breaking above the open range. I'm going to move to the 30-second candle here, guys, just to get some more surgical detail here on these candles. Pushing up higher, clean traffic, bullish daily, bullish 30, and of course bullish 1 minute and 30-second chart. Not going to chase this on the open, though, although it is tempting to a certain extent. I'm going to sit back here, put you on pause, and I'll bring you back as things develop here a little bit. Just going to zoom in here, guys. You can see that we are extended here on VWAP into those bands. It doesn't mean prices have to come back by any stretch of the imagination. Bring you back to the daily, remind you that we have this up day, bullish body, up day, bullish body. After this significant pullback, this could be the start of something wonderful for the bulls. Who knows? I'm not going to make that speculation. And just watching here now on the 1 minute chart, back to the power grid. Trying to pull back a little bit, not really succeeding very much here on the 30-second chart. We remain in clean traffic range here, guys, on the 30-minute chart. This is a bullish configuration, but I'm not chasing on this extended move. Watching now, guys. This could be considered a break and the beginnings of what might be a retest here. We'll see. This could absolutely also be a reversal, given how extended we are here into the bands on VWAP. Still not doing anything here, obviously. If you know my style, you know that I'm not touching this thing. Pulling back. Let's take a look. S&P is now below the open range. You see that there? Weakness on the S&P. Firming up a little bit here, trying to. Some buying coming in, not much. Nothing for me to do. Now we're getting this rejection wick here on the 30-minute chart. You see that there? That big top wick? That is a flip to a bearish sentiment for now, for these first few minutes. There's the S&P. Dropping down. Nothing for me to do. Just being patient here, guys. Just going to let stuff play out here. Certainly not taking a short anytime soon here, guys. Unless structure gives me a really compelling idea. Why? Well, we have a bullish day, an up day on the daily. Still a bullish body for now. That could flip. That could give me some ideas. We are in a clean traffic range, but we are extended on the 30. And now we have flipped and put in a rejection wick for the time being here on the 30. So these are mixed messages, right? We started very strong above the open range and above bullish EMAs. We've now flipped to on or in and below the open range with negative moving average configuration, 9 below the 21 and dropping. So these are very mixed messages being given here. And when I have mixed messages, I don't do anything. I just sit and wait and watch. I'm going to revise this zone, guys, right up to here. You see that there? Equal body highs, 3 of them there, but not jumping on this. Let's take a look at the S&P. Watching the ES here for some kind of alignment, potentially. Let's take a look at the power grid for the S&P, shall we? There it is. Again, the zone marker revised up. Looking like we want to flip down here. That's the S&P. Back to the NASDAQ. Not doing anything yet. If this thing drops hard, guys, which it absolutely could do, I don't have to be in it. I'm good with that. But this daily body potentially flipping bearish here. In fact, it would on this candle. If it break below, nothing for me yet. Just going to watch. Nothing to do here, guys. Three Sisters pulling back to the lower end of the open range. Watching. All right, guys, this is just a trade marker, just to do some measuring here, not live. All right, sell stop order, guys. Sell stop order below that pivot right there. Looking for 1 hour. If I get brought in, I stop below this rejection style wick. It's only a 30-second candle, so I don't place a huge amount of stock in it, but this is a consolidation area. A pullback towards the 21, certainly on the 9 there, with a very definitive flip in momentum and sentiment, and that's important here on the open. And this entry, by the way, guys, if I get taken in here or brought in, will be a body flip from bullish to bearish on an update. So it's still mixed messages, but with this action happening here and the break of 2 candles already on the 30-minute chart from the pre-market, this has taken a bearish turn all of a sudden. And after the extension here in the move, right? Daily body flipping bearish potentially if I'm brought in, and then this big rejection wick from a clean traffic range. So even though the market had all this clean traffic area from both sides, by the way, to work with, it decided, nope, I'm not going any further up. In fact, I'm going to flip. I'm going to start to posture myself for sells instead of buys. And I'm in, guys, and I am in. Short the NASDAQ on that body flip to bearish from a very bullish posture here this morning. Rejection wick on the 30-minute in a clean traffic range. The market said I'm no longer going up. In fact, I may be going down. Break below the open range. A nice little pullback here. Break into session low. And now looking like I'm going to take a loss on this one. Also known as a routine expense. Absolutely worth the coin toss on this one, guys. With that flip. Now, of course, we're back into a bullish body here on the daily, but I would take this setup 5 days a week. As many of you know from watching my videos, sometimes a failure to continue a bullish move can be extra bearish. Today, though, looks like it's going against me, and that's okay. And there it is, guys. So that will be a routine expense. It'll be a 1 hour charge to start my Tuesday. Thanks for being with me. Appreciate you. Take this in stride and just move on to the next one. Have an amazing day. Thanks for being here.